Cleveland Browns. Going into my third year professionally. I went to college at USC. Loved it there. Born and raised in Southern California. It's where I'm going to plant my roots. I love it. I come here in the off season. I'm actually going back to school, working on my master's at USC. I like meeting new people. I like trying new things. I'm a big foodie. Like food is one of my top priorities. But, but yeah, food is it's big for me. I like trying new things. So I get the opportunity to do that in a place like LA where there's so many different cultures. So yeah, so growing up as a kid, I actually didn't play football until I got to high school. I was playing soccer and basketball. Both my parents are from West Africa, they're from Ghana. Yeah, so I grew up playing soccer and basketball. Like those were my sports. I loved it, but once I got to eighth grade, I grew like a foot and 100 pounds, and so my soccer playing days were kind of over. So I got to high school. The football coach came up to me and was like, you're a big kid. You want to come off the football team? And I was like, nah, to be honest, I really don't know how to play. And he's like, don't even worry about it. Like I didn't even know how to put the pads on. Like I didn't know how to put like how to strap up my helmet, like where the pads go at. I was completely confused. But the bond, the camaraderie that I felt from day one, it was it's something that I didn't get in basketball and soccer. And so it was kind of love at first hype, at first snap, I guess you can say. And I've been doing it ever since. So it was a little surreal. Like I said, my parents are from West Africa, so to see their son, get drafted to the NFL is, I think that was satisfaction for me enough. My dad came here with $100 and a suitcase, and that's all he had. My mom came here; she didn't have anything. She came here when she was 11, and you know, for me, one of the greatest accomplishments is just seeing my mom smile. Like that. I'm a big mama's boy, so that's always gonna take precedent. But yeah, once I got that phone call, it was kind of um, like everything that I experienced, the ups and downs, failing, succeeding in life, kind of rushed through my head in like a quick snap second. Um, and then when he told me, we're getting ready to draft you, it was kind of like the icing on top of the cake of a pretty cool journey. Every day you go in and you see that the NFL logo wherever you go on the clothes you put on, the shoes you see it like on the building. Each day that I go into the facility, it's like I'm being drafted again. It's like I get to drive my dream car every day. Or live in my house every day. It's awesome. I know that a lot of guys in the NFL, get that same feeling because we're playing this game at the highest possible level and we're getting paid for it. So the way I look at it is I know my own capabilities. I know my strengths. I know my weaknesses. And I think that's what separates me, from a lot of guys who may not want to look at their weaknesses, but just look at their strengths. And so it's a cool feeling, and it's something that I definitely admire about myself. But like if you knew me from when I was a little kid, that's always kind of been my MO to go above and beyond. And yeah, it's a cool milestone to pass, but I've got bigger plans on the horizon. So to be completely honest, it's my parents. They taught me from a young age, wanting to appreciate everything that I've got, and to continue to follow my dreams. And I don't know, but in our culture, um, like schooling, education, that's kind of where everyone focuses all their attention. But I really appreciated my parents because they told me, whatever it is, whether it is school, whether it's professional sports, whether it's art, dance, whatever it is, like if it's your dream, like keep fighting for it. And I've carried that with me, all my life. And one of the things they told me is, once you get to the gates of heaven, make sure that you use everything that God gave you. That's really the mission that I'm on right now. So the thing is with football, especially football, and actually any professional sport, you kind of got to fall in love with the work as much as the game. Yeah, going out on Sundays, that's the best part of the game, but you kind of got to fall in love with the work. You gotta enjoy getting up early. You gotta know that if I wake up at 6 a.m. and do these many squats, and it's gonna if I run this many routes, catch this many balls, it's gonna put me like that much above the next guy. And you have that going on in your mind each day you wake up, with each rep that you take, with each sprint that you run. That's kind of the mentality, and it's something that you can't just switch on one day. It's something that's kind of like gradually learned. Um, I mean, it's kind of for me. It's kind of a routine now. Like I don't even think twice about it. I wouldn't really say it's like a motivation. Like I don't want to do it. It's part of who I am now. And so like me not working out on a day, it's just it kind of throws me off balance. Kind of throws me out of rhythm. Personally, I actually don't like to use the word sacrifice. I like to use it investment. So there's been a lot of investments in myself that I've made throughout my life, and so times where obviously you'd like to go hang out with friends or go to a party on a Friday night or Saturday night. Those things I had to kind of leave behind. I kind of had to just tell my buddies, I can't make it tonight. I got to go to sleep early. I got to wait in the morning. Typical stuff like that. But as you go on, you realize those nights and times like that come a dime a dozen. So if you miss one, there's going to be another one next week. So it doesn't even really matter. So the best thing, at least for me, that I did while growing up, while going through this journey, is kind of manage my time. I got to manage time with my friends, manage time with my family, and then manage time with you know football and school. And so when you manage all of them together, you kind of create a well-rounded human being. And that's what I've tried to do for myself. It's always tough trying to convince a teenager that the investment that he makes today in himself is going to benefit him in the future. But for me, what worked was knowing that my dad came here with very little, and he did so much, and he's done so much, and that's the way I look at my dad is the way I want my children to look at me. Football that's different from a lot of other sports is that we all have helmets on and face masks on, and no one really knows who exactly we are. So two teams will be playing each other, and they'll all look the same. They'll have the same uniform on, the same helmet, in some cases the same cleats. But they're all fighting for one goal. All the thing is with football is each guy on each side of the ball has to do their job in order for the whole team to be successful. And I feel like if society kind of acted in the same way, I feel like we'd be in a better world. Everyone's putting on this helmet, and for 60 minutes, the color of your skin doesn't matter. Your sexual orientation, your religion, political views, none of that matters. Um, everyone's just working towards this bigger goal, something that's bigger than all of them. And that's something that I've appreciated so much in football. And to be honest, I think that's why so much of America really likes football, because um, it's kind of gives them the opportunity to see that, to see the good in people, and to see that for these guys right here, it doesn't matter where they came from, what they do, who they pray to at night, who they choose to love. Um, they can come together, and they can work and cohabitate and fight as brothers, as a brotherhood. So that's why I love it. That's why I keep playing. Um, for me, not necessarily a quote, but especially living in LA, um, and there's so many different cultures, so many different types of people. My thing for everyone is just to embrace your uniqueness and embrace being weird, wherever it may be. Each person on this planet was created differently for a reason, for me, that's what I've always lived by. Whatever I'm thinking, whatever I'm doing, like I don't really let other people or let outside influences distract, who I am or what I set out to do.